Right now, one name is at the top of search, Karmelo Anthony. A week ago, a Texas jury convicted him of murder and sentenced him to 35 years. Then one day later, he filed an appeal. And in that filing, he calls himself, quote, penniless, destitute, and indigent, and asked the court to appoint him a lawyer. Here's the part lighting up the internet. A fundraiser in his name had already pulled in more than $600,000. So what's actually confirmed and what's just noise? Let's separate it. Here's why it spiked this week and not last. For more than a year, this was a pending case. Then in just a few days, it all landed at once. The guilty verdict, a 35-year sentence, his transfer to a state prison, wrenching statements from the victim's family, and then that appeal filing with the word penniless in it, sitting right next to a six-figure fundraiser. That contrast is what everyone's reacting to. My job for the next few minutes is the sourced version, what a court actually decided, what's only being claimed and what nobody knows yet, because online, those three things are getting blended into one. Start with what's confirmed, source to named outlets. On June 9, 2026, a 12-person jury in Collin County, Texas found Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder. That's the Associated Press, CBS News Texas, NBC, and others. A jury verdict, not a rumor. The same jury sentenced him to 35 years. Under Texas law, reporting says he's eligible for parole after about 17 and a half years. The case goes back to April 2nd, 2025, when 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was fatally stabbed at a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas. Anthony, who was also 17 at the time, was arrested that day and later indicted by a grand jury. He was 19 by the time of trial. Those are the established facts, but one crucial caveat. A conviction is not the end of the road. One day after the verdict, Anthony filed a notice of appeal. So while the conviction stands on the record, it is being challenged and it is not final. Now the part you came for, the money. In his appeal paperwork, Anthony declares himself penniless, destitute, and indigent, and asks the court to appoint him a lawyer. That's his legal claim in his own filing. Here's the contested context, and I'm sticking to what outlets actually reported. A Give, Send, Go fundraiser organized by his mother, Kayla Hayes, had raised somewhere around $625,000 to $634,000 over the past year, and it was taken down after the conviction. Fox News reported that some of that money went to moving and living expenses. So critics are asking the obvious question, how are you penniless after a $600,000 fundraiser? It's a fair question, but here's what I am not going to do. I'm not going to tell you it's proven that anyone stole or grifted that money, because no court and no authority has found that. What's true is narrower and still striking. He's claiming he can't afford a lawyer. A large sum was raised in his name, and the two are hard to square. Whether he legally qualifies as indigent isn't for the internet to decide. It's for the judge who has not yet ruled. Quickly, the case itself, because the appeal grows out of it. Prosecutors argued this was murder, not self-defense. Lead prosecutor Bill Worski told jurors, quote, "This is not self-defense, folks. It's murder, plain and simple." The defense argued Anthony acted in self-defense after a confrontation at the track meet. Attorney Mike Howard told the jury, quote, "Texas law does not require that you wait until you get hit." The jury rejected the self-defense argument and convicted. Now, the appeal, here's an important detail. The notice he filed is a single page and it does not lay out the grounds. So the specific arguments haven't actually been filed yet. An outside appellate attorney, not connected to the case, David Cole, has floated possibilities, like jury selection, where 3 black prospective jurors were struck. The state said it was because they were educators, but that's an analyst speculating about what might be raised, not a filed argument, and no appeals court has ruled on anything. Here's my take, labeled as opinion, separate from the reporting. 2 things can be true at once. 1, every convicted person has the right to appeal, and the right to a court-appointed lawyer, if you genuinely can't afford one, is a real important protection. not a scam by definition. 2, it is completely fair to raise an eyebrow when Penniless shows up in a filing months after a six-figure fundraiser. The honest answer is that a judge decides whether the math adds up, not a thumbnail, not a comment section, and not me. Watch what that judge rules, because that's the moment this either becomes a real story or quietly goes away. Quick recap, the honest version. Confirmed. Karmelo Anthony was convicted of murder and sentenced to 35 years, and he's filed a notice of appeal. Confirmed. A fundraiser in his name raised over $600,000 and was taken down after the verdict. His claim that he's now indigent and needs a free lawyer. Contested. Whether that claim holds up, not proven by anyone that any crime was committed with the fundraiser money. Developing. The appeal itself, which a Dallas appeals court will handle and which could take months or years. This is a developing story and details may change. Anyone telling you how the appeal ends is guessing. Everything here is current as of June 16th, sourced to the AP, CBS News Texas, NBC, Fox, and others. So here's my question for you. Should a big public fundraiser affect whether someone qualifies for a free court-appointed lawyer, or are those two completely separate things? Tell me below and subscribe, because I'll be right back here the moment that judge rules. I'll see you on the next one.